Hey, everybody, and Happy New Year. It is exactly January 1st, almost 3 in the morning. Just got home from celebrating New Year's with my dad, and earlier today I got this wonderful figure in the mail. To start the new year off right, we are taking a look at from the Transformers Kingdom or Legacy line. This is Voyager class Blaster. Um, Blaster is going to be part of the final wave of Kingdom, or I think the second or third wave um, in the Legacy line. I don't think he's wave one, but I could be wrong. Along with Blaster comes Eject, who will eject right now. And yeah, let's get this right out of the way. Eject is all clear, blue, translucent plastic. The reason being is in Legacy, the figures are going to come with translucent blue energon weapons. And Eject is going to fill that role for Blaster. Anybody have the over-under on how long this figure is going to last? Let me just transform it real quick. What you want to do is bring the legs down. You're going to rotate the blue section there at the knee. You do have ball joints in the knee, universal joint at the hip. I do believe the forearms peg into the side somehow. I can't be too sure because it's all clear blue plastic and I can't see the connections. So you're going to bring that down and rotate it forward. You have ball joints at the elbow as well as universal joints at the shoulder. Now the final step is to bring out the head. You're going to have to use your nails and get in there, flip the head up, and rotate it around. And right there is Eject. No weapons, not like on the original G1 toy, cassette toy. Yeah. If I can be very honest with you, I would strongly recommend just transforming the figure once. Make sure it has all its right parts and all that stuff. And then never transform it again, because the way you have these pins going into the clear plastic, the ball joints in the clear plastic, unless they've done something to it, it's not a question of if, but it's a question of when it's going to break down and fall apart. So we're going to move Eject out of the way, and we're going to take a closer look at Blaster. Now, one thing I do like about Blaster, if you include Eject, all of its accessories can be stored on the figure. Because you turn it around, there's its blaster stored on its back. Let's go ahead and remove that. Very nice updated representation of that classic blaster rifle. Really nice. Love how it's done. You do have some posts there if you want to peg some weapons in and stuff like that. So, yep, really cool. Just put that off to the side for a moment. And I should mention that, of course, Blaster is an entirely new mold. So between the Netflix series and Kingdom Legacy, we basically have Soundwave and Blaster, new figures, Voyager class, and separate molds. Start the transformation. You want to come in here and separate the handlebar there, and what you'll do is you'll rotate it back and peg it right along the side there, and it'll just go right in. Oh, if I can get it in, there we go. Then what you want to do is the two speakers here, and I'm sure you already can figure this out, they turn into the legs of Blaster. They actually peg into the front and into the side. So you're going to wiggle and just fold it out like that. bring it forward slightly, and bring it out like so. And let me zoom out a little bit. Now the next thing is the legs peg in to two places, which honestly, once you start on pegging them, you're going to loosen up. First, they peg into the hips, peg into this flap section here, which you can just lift up. But there are tabs right there on the calf. I think that's the calf. That will peg into a slot on the inside of the arm there. You're going to have to go in blind. The arm can't be completely at the side, but basically if you get it close enough, the friction and this piece will hold the leg in place. So bring the legs down, unpeg them, rotate it so the open sections here are facing towards you. Take the top piece of that panel, fold it down, and then close up that back section. Just like that. With this back piece still up, oh, bring it down. Sorry, my mistake. You want to bring that down to get it out of the way. Rotate the figure at the waist. That will bring the legs facing forward. Press on the speaker on the side, and that will flip it around to the more open speaker design, as we know the character to have. And now, to get the feet out, I appreciate that Hasbro put this in as a little trick to make it easy. Tilt the ankle joint down, flip the foot out. I mean, if you have nails, you might be able to do it better. I couldn't. This is just a lot easier. Tilt the ankle, bring the foot down. And there you got Blaster standing up just like that. Bring the arms out to the side. Flip this red section out and around. It's going to tab into place. It might snap. You might feel the soft friction of it going to place. Flip the hand up. That will sort of friction into place. But unfortunately, as you can see, there's an open gap, so it has a tendency to want to keep going. So just be mindful. Rotate the arm around so the fist is, the thumb is facing down, and bring the arm back down. Do it again on this side. Snap it into place. Bring the hand up. Rotate it around, and then bring it down, just like so. We'll get more into the hands in just a moment. You might notice that this one has a little finger there. Turn the figure around. Open up this back section. It actually sort of frictions into place in a more open position, so you can just go in with your hand and pull out Blaster's head. Close that panel up. And there we have Blaster in its robot mode. Now, the first thing you should notice, as I mentioned, is this hand has an extended index finger. You can actually position Blaster in such a way, using the wrist joints, and that it will press it in to open its cassette tape. Remember, you're pressing inward, not down or up or anything. It's not that easy, but you can get it. So there is that. Let's bring his weapon in. And there you go. The completed look of Blaster. Really fun looking figure. Great. If this is how Kingdom's going out and Legacy is going to begin, I'm very happy with this. As I put a photo up on Instagram, this is the Blaster we've been waiting for. So let's pause, and I'll come back with my final thoughts. Okay, so like I said, I really like Blaster. I think this is a fantastic figure. Like I said, a great way to end Kingdom and a great way to kick off Legacy, even though it's not a Wave 1 Legacy figure, I think. Yes, I do have issues with Eject and the clear plastic, but what are you going to do? That's the gimmick that Hasbro wants to do. I think, when they do appearances at conventions, when they, solicit customer opinions, people need to step up and say, hey, look, this is the problem we have. You've been doing it for so long. You don't know, you have to know it's an issue. Stop using clear plastic like this. And if they don't listen, maybe we got to speak with our wallets. But that would be a shame because we would miss out on a great figure like Blaster. Blaster is slowly trickling out to retail. Now, this usually happens at the end of the year with the next wave's product. Kingdom actually got extended, I believe, for a wave, so that's what's going on. So if you can't find it in your stores right now, Target, Walmart, what have you, give it some time, and maybe later on in January or even into February, you might be able to find them. I got the figure off of eBay, had some Christmas money, went to town. That's just because pre-orders online that I were seeing were going to come much later, sometime into March, April, and I kind of didn't want to wait for Blaster that much, and I mean, apparently Wave 1 of Legacy is not coming until July, or at least that's what I'm hearing, so I don't know if that's just a, safe estimate or what have you, but like I said, the figure's showing up at retail. I should be going to Target next week, so that of course means I'm going to see plenty of Blasters there and slowly punch myself in the no-no zone to numb the pain and stupidity. But however you get Blaster, you're going to enjoy the figure. Trust me on this one. That's about it for the review. Once again, let me just say Happy New Year. New year, new figure. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I will always appreciate the views, your likes, comments, and subscriptions help communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support and have a little bit of extra Christmas money laying around that you want to spend on a poor guy like me, I do have a Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. Little card here in the corner and a hyperlink in the description below. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you, help me to help you bring figures like Blaster to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. I actually am filming this using a new camera phone mount and a tripod that I got over the holidays. There you go. Your Patreon money at work, as well as some gift cards and what have you. But as I always say, and I really want to stress this, if you can't swing the $1 a month or $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just a nice, generous cherry on top of an overly generous sundae. Well, that's about it. I look forward to what 2022 will bring for us. This is your old pal Chuck for Blaster and Eject. We will see you next time.